Дорогие болельщики, как капитан сборной Казахстана прошу вас проявить уважение ко всем игрокам, официальным лицам и судьям, а также поддерживать обе команды справедливо и позитивно. Давайте все вместе поделимся энергией и создадим отличную атмосферу. Hands up or more. Kära fans, som kaptein for norske landslaget vil jeg be dere i flertallets ånd om å støtte begge lag på en rettferdig og positiv måte. Med respekt for alle spillere
funksjonærer og dommere. La oss sammen skape energi og en fantastisk atmosfære. Hands up for more.
This is the IHF Women's Handball World Championship 2025, the match between Kazakhstan and Norway. Let's welcome the flag of the International Handball Federation and the referees.
Well, hello there, handball fans, and welcome to coverage of Kazakhstan versus Norway on day 4 of the IHF Women's World Championship 2025. It's Chris O'Reilly here with you for this contest, and all eyes are on the reigning Olympic and European champions here, Norway. The big favourites heading into this contest, looking to make it 2 wins out of 2 after they beat Korea in their opening round 2 days ago. First out here on the court in Korea is Kazakhstan. The side playing their 4th consecutive World Championship. In fact, they've only missed 2 championships since they made their debut in the early 2010s. 30th in their position 2 years ago out of 32. So not a lot of hope for them in terms of this preliminary round. This very much a learning exercise as Kazakhstan players as they build towards the President's Cup and hope to get a few wins on the board there. They've got a tough old group here, Group H, alongside Norway and 2 other continental powerhouses in Korea and in Angola. They faced Angola in their opening game, losing 38-20. Really physically outmatched in that contest. Some bright sparks for them, and that match was the likes of Janeker Guanikova with 8 goals to her name, and also Irana Kasakanova with 4 goals. When it comes to this side, the words of their coach Alexander Itsko come to mind, where he says it's all about learning to be confident at this level and not to fear opponents. This is a great test of it, coming up against the best team in the world. The Norway side, they were very comfortable in their victory over Korea, usually a side that gives them quite a bit of trouble. And for the Kazakhstanis, then sure, they'll be looking forward to this contest and looking forward to an opportunity to test themselves against the Olympic champions. These 2 teams did face each other 4 years ago in Spain at the World Championship. It was quite a one-sided game on that occasion, 46-18 in Norway's favour. In fact, they've won all 3 of the competitive meetings between them, so hoping for a bit of a tighter contest here. And so far, it seems like the general trend is going upwards for the lower ranked sides. They are putting on better performances against the top dogs than in recent years. Hopefully that continues here this evening for Kazakhstan. As for Norway, there's 1 change in the squad for them. And that is Katrine Lunde, who is playing in her final major tournament in a Norway jersey. She's being rested for this game after her brilliant performance 2 days ago. 24 saves she managed against Korea, a saving percentage of 62, which is absolutely extraordinary. And she's earned a rest for this evening. And the 2 young goalkeepers in Eli Rasok and Juna Krog given a chance to run the rule in between the posts, and I'm sure folks are giving an opportunity to get some good minutes on court. joining the squad is Vilde Ingstad, an experienced line player who's been dealing with some calf issues over the build-up to this tournament, but deemed fit to be in the squad today, which is good to see. So hopefully she too will get a few minutes on course for the Norwegian side, who have now made their way on. Ole Ekstad, the new head coach for this Norwegian national team in his first major championship since taking over from Torgeir Hergaias. And so far so good for him. He's definitely being the focus of a lot of chat in the Norwegian media about his approach to the team, looking to be a little bit more progressive, you might say. And there we have the two Al Sayed sisters from Egypt who will be looking after this contest as referees. Then we'll speak a little bit more about the Norwegian tactical approach and how their new head coach Ole Ekstad is looking to develop things. And before the start of this contest, we will of course have the national anthems for our two nations.
And we start with the national anthem of Kazakhstan.
First up, Kazakhstan.
And now the national anthem of Norway.
Well, an unusual sight to see this Norway team without Katrine Lunde in goal. This perhaps a sign of what's to come in the future of this team. Overall, the Norwegians have done so well at bringing in new generations of players bit by bit, not making any overwhelming changes over the years. But goalkeeper position, certainly one. They're going to have some big boots to fill when Lunde eventually decides to go in an interesting test where both of their goalkeepers, Krog and Rostock, today, they look to show that they've got what it takes. Both goalkeepers actually playing their club handball in Storhamar, so club teammates as well as national teammates here this evening. This is how the group looks at the moment. Angola leading the way, 2 wins out of 2 for the African champions after their victory over Korea. So a group final to look forward to in a couple of days' time between Norway and Angola. Norway with some business to attend to first this evening. Guandikova, the number 4 for Kazakhstan. I mentioned was their top scorer a couple of days ago. 8 goals to her name. Definitely one to look out for. On the Norway side, it's clear to see Henny Reistad, number 25, top scorer. 10 goals for her in about 40 minutes of play. For Ole Ekstad's side, I was mentioning that he's brought in a bit of progressive tactics into this team, most notably in their transition between defence and attack, where we saw the goalkeeper come off almost immediately every time, bringing on an extra player to play 7-on-6, even if it's just for a few seconds before bringing the player off. It resulted in a couple of empty net goals, but overall it did break down the play very, very nicely. And there is Guandikova. We'll be hoping to see banging a few more goals today. Henny Reistad looks like she'll be starting the game on the bench, so Norway going for a bit of an alternative lineup here. It seems against Kazakhstan they are comfortable favourites, and just in case they have the big dog to throw on if needed as the game goes on. Well, looks like we're all set to go here. It will be Kazakhstan to get us underway. Attacking in the green jerseys from left to right. Lovely to see such a packed house in Trier for a contest between two sides who are not the home nation. And full credit to the people of Trier as well for filling in this arena out on Saturday evening for the first weekend of action at the 2025 World Championship. So we'll see what Kazakhstan can do here early doors against this Norway side. And overall, they are looking to build confidence and show that they have no fear in a contest like this. And definitely some physically imposing players who take on this Norway side. Down the right-hand side, Eva, number 10. Very active so far, laying that ball inside. Long-range shot coming in, and a comfortable save with the rebound. Picked up, and 2 early saves, and that is a real confidence booster. Katrina Lunda watching on, maybe taking the statistics here. An early pair of saves for Norway, overlapped on the right-hand side for them, and the opening goal after a minute of play. Amelia Husband with the goal. Getting the start on that right wing again. Nice finish by Hubden. Simple setup play as well for the Norwegians, which is probably their approach for today. Going to be looking to make their attacks very short indeed, as Kazakhstan will look to drag as long as possible. And again, another breaking ball. This time it's put away. Kazakhstan on the scoreboard. Second time, lucky. Kazakhstan down that left-hand side, blocked Zvianigna. That's the goal of the way for Norway. Didn't take long for Amelia Hubden to get back down the other end. All the action on their side, on that left-hand side. Zvianigna. The scoring for the Kazakhstanis, but nothing she could do about that. And all 4 shots so far in this game happening on that far wing. See just how far away from the Norwegian defense Kazakhstan are opening these attacks. We're trying to lure out the Norwegian defense a little bit, if they can take them on 1-against-1 and beat them that way. And Zvianigna coming in from the wing, and it creates some space. The ball into the line doesn't find its intended target, and away go Norway on the counter attack. And an early confidence booster for Anniken Bullock. First goal of the day for her. A bit of a shaky start against Korea a couple of days ago. Found her rhythm eventually, but didn't take long here at all to get among the scorers. Ball out to the right wing now. Good finish. The wing shooting. The scratch here so far. Sides Kassim getting her first goal of this game. Kassim, the only listed winger, interestingly enough, on this Kazakhstan side, is Norway. Had another one from the line this time, Selma Henriksen. And the Kazakhstani team list, which I'm not sure who put it together for them. Not listed no left wingers, just one right winger inside Kasim. It's clear to see they do have a left winger in Zviagina. Just 15 players in the squad for Kazakhstan, and that one turned over pretty quickly. Another counter-attack here, a lot of running for the wings, early doors, and another goal. Third already. Right smile on the face there of Kazakhstan coach Sisko. He's asked his team ahead of this championship to play without any fear. Oh, they're going to have to be a little bit smarter, I think, with their shooting. Otherwise, it's going to be a long evening when it comes to chasing goals. And that shot, not a bad attempt, but wide to the left, and away you go. Norway again, another counter-attack. Oh, lovely play. Denied with the save. Could have been a full court in flight for Anakin Bullock. The save in Kazakhstan. First save of the day for Janak Aitanova. The 3 goalkeepers listed on the Kazakhstani side and 12 court players. So not a full squad at their disposal. Now across to the right-hand side. Good movement here. See if they can find a way through. And it's a smart setup play, and it results in a penalty. Lovely work from Said Kasim. Got involved from the right wing. And they went all the way around. Good movement to receive that pass. Winning the penalty for Kazakhstan. But a wonderful save, and the rebound picked up and off the post. That's unfortunate. Great stop, and away go Norway looking for the quick goal. Out to the left wing again, and Anakin Bullock misses it wide to the left. Despite her strong start, that's a couple of misses now for her. But Eli Rasok, after a wonderful start in this game, a few big saves early doors, and denying the penalty as well. That's a big confidence booster. Just 6 minutes played here in Norway, scoring 5. They are showing that they'll be able to pick up the goals with relative ease here, looking to push the counter-attack. They haven't had any real set attacks so far. Henriksen has a good save. Second stop of the day for Aitanova. Finally, Norway forced to play some regular 6-on-6 handball. Well, let's see how they're setting up for today. It's taken 6.5 minutes to see it. Tina Skogrand playing in the right back position. Christina Breistel on the left-hand side, and Lieve Dela in the centre. Nicely set up there. Dela laying it off to Skogrand. That's their first goal. And the referees might be giving an early warning there. Indeed, it's a 2-minute suspension. Ida Zaporova, the playmaker in the attack, number 7 there, catching Skogrand as she went through. And for the 5-1 defense here, Skogrand out on the top of it. Kazakhstan playing with no goalkeeper at home. Norway feeling they can get some turnovers here. And some empty net goals. If they can do the majority of their work in defence, their counter-attack, they'll be pretty happy. But that's a good breakthrough down the right-hand side. Radayeva with the goal. And empty net down the other end. Aitanova couldn't get back quickly enough. And Christina Breistel lobbing that one over the defence. Good work from Rastok. Played that ball quickly to the halfway line, and Christina Breistel with the easiest goal she'll get so far today. I'm not going to say all day today because I feel like there could be a few more of those. Ball out to the wing. And the lob into the hands, and another counter-attack opportunity. This time the goalkeeper does get back quickly enough. And away you go, Norway on the counter. Dela. Breistel looking for the in-flight. Nice idea, but well cut out in defense. So it'll be a corner ball to Norway, rather. Kazakhstan still with 30 seconds left. And their 2-minute suspension. Dela Breistel. Big overlap down the right-hand side. Hudson is waiting for her chance, and she's filling her boots so far today. 4 goals in just under 8.5 minutes for Amelia Hudson. Definitely a game for the wingers. We often see the top scorers in these World Championships are wing players because they tend to get a lot of goals against the weaker nations on paper. And you can see here with counter-attacks happening early doors. Bryce still fancies one now, and she gets one as well. Second goal for her. Norway, now just under 9 minutes of play, have got 9 goals already. And Alex in there. Sipsko decides it's going to be an early timeout for Kazakhstan.
Опять начинается. У вас не хватает именно игры коллективной. Знаете, в какой ситуации? Именно в набегании. Это первое. Второе. Почему вы в нападении, когда, вернее, в защите нас было меньше, ты и ты пошли за углом вдвоем? Угловой должен находиться на позиции полусреднего, а вы вдвоем туда сместились и открыли просто через центр атаку, блин, для нас соперников.
Overall, Kazakhstan playing some nice fluid handball, but technically just a big step away from what Norway are capable of. Norway just kind of waiting for them to play into their hands and get possession. And we saw that a couple of the games so far in this tournament. The stronger nations are maybe getting stuck in defensively a little bit too much and slowing down the play, allowing their opposition to kill any momentum, and then realize that if they step off a little bit and allow them to make the mistakes, and they'll be able to play a lot quicker. That was a good breakthrough down the right-hand side. A couple of goals already for Kristina Radeyeva. Very good finish as well. That's one thing that the Kazakhstani players do have in abundance. They have some shooting ability, they have some pace as well. Their physical presence. A bit of a hybrid team when it comes to how they're set up. Not quite a classic Asian side, not quite a European side either. A great save again. 3 big saves already. Jana Aitinova. That came from that loose ball. A bit of a gift there to Henriksen, but she couldn't find a way past Aitinova. 4 saves to 5 already, but the amount of shots received, that's another question altogether. Here's a breakthrough. And another save for Rostov. Been a frustrating game so far. Kazakhstan has done well to create some chances for herself. She is the big physical threat. Irina Kazakhstan, but unable to find a way past the keeper this time. Breistel into Dela and look them in on the empty switch. Kristina Breistel. Dela putting on herself, sets up her teammate instead. Plain sailing for Kristina Breistel. Lovely setup play. Liva Dela was laying off the ball and then making sure there was a clean avenue to go, holding up the defender, and no stopping that one. Breistel, 3 goals already. One turned over. We haven't seen that too much from Kazakhstan just yet. Overall, their ball handling has been quite good. Norway pushing on the counter-attack, just not getting home. And that is far too simple. Elma Henriksen with the freedom of Trier there. No defenders getting back. And, well, a few of them were getting back, but they were nowhere near the danger woman. Henriksen on the line. Be a little bit more clued in there. Radeyeva waiting down the right-hand side again. Long-range shot, just missing wide to the left. She's definitely confident. This Kristina Radeyeva. come up with a couple of good goals already. Always interesting to see what the focus is for the big dogs in a match like this in Norway. And, gone with the somewhat second string side in many positions. It's not the way that they have approached things in previous years under Jorge Hergeisen. They always went out with the strongest team. And here, a different setup with Oliekta. I think also appreciating that it's going to be a long tournament. Potential up to 9 matches if they go all the way. And there, another goal on the wing for Anniken Volek. Realizing there she didn't have to go 100% with the shot, all about the placement past the keeper. And not quite at a goal per minute at the moment, but not too far off it either, Norway. Radeva gets inside, tries to find a way through, and is held up by Breistel. Free throw for Kazakhstan. Again, a good save at the near post. Comfortable enough for Eli Rasok. Another save on the stat sheet, listed by Katrina Lunde. Probably a job she hasn't had to do too much. Maybe one she'll have to get used to if she takes on a coaching role in the future. It would be great to see her continue in the sport. I'm pretty sure any team would love to have her. That is a conversation and a thought for the future. Still very much a part of this team, as we saw 2 days ago with her 24 saves against Korea. And likely to have a big role to play in the big matches for Norway, which will come in a couple of days' time. Group final against Angola, who look like they're ready to give some trouble to the European sides at this championship. Rasok with another save, getting down low, parrying it around her post. Dela out to the wing. That one missed, clipping the far post and going wide. And that's an interesting look on the face of Oliekta. I don't think he's too impressed. Anniken Obaldi is another wing player for the Norwegian national team. She is dealing with a little bit of a calf issue, so she's not been in the squad today or 2 days ago. We did see Liva Dela go out on the wing. I think I'd be surprised to see some other players in the backcourt make their way out there. Maybe the likes of Veronica Christiansen could do a job if needed. So Christiansen is getting ready to come on soon. And there, Buandikova, who was the top scorer against Angola with 8 goals. She's struggled to get into that rhythm so far today. Here comes Volek, ball into the line. Meanwhile, the referees call it back for a free throw. Volek goes in again. Second line, Breistel going alone, and a good save. Nightinova with another one to her tally. There's an area of worry for Kazakhstan against Angola. They only managed just 5 saves registered in the entire match. So they've already matched that here in the opening quarter. The Shanab Nightinova. Shakarova back in. Ball continues to move. The referees so far haven't called any passive play warnings. I think it'll be interesting for Kazakhstan to see how far they can push that. And there we have it. There's been a few attempts from long range. You can see it there, 1 from 5. But finally, Irina Kazakhanova gets herself on the scoreboard. And with that, it's the timeout taken by Norway. Oliekta maybe not too happy with what he's seeing. Let's hear what he says.
Der vi sikter, så flytt nærmere mål. Det ligger alt for langt unna, det betyr at vi har alt for god tid når vi starter konflikten. Flytt 2 meter nærmere mål, så får vi mer sving på dem. Så er det en ny kamp. bra. Vet du vad vilken?
I think I heard there at the end, Veronica Christiansen might indeed be going out to the left wing, as I predicted was an option. That's me. Very versatile player. Veronica Christiansen is an excellent defender for the team. Play all across the backboard. And let's see, that is indeed the case here. So some highlights of Christina Breistel. Meanwhile, it's completely against what I thought. Christiansen is gone in the heart of the attack, right in the middle. Shows what I know, shows what I heard. Either way, Breistel laying it off to Skogran. Another save, rebound picked up by Christiansen. Referees, meanwhile, giving a yellow card. Being inside the area. Give a warning there. Dished out to Kowandikova for cutting across inside the 6-meter area. The Egyptian referees not appreciating that. Christiansen is up in the center, finds a way through herself, rides the challenge well, and straight in, right amongst the goals. Put on to Christiansen. First of the day. Two more changes on the way. Ingvild Bakkerud also going to get a run out. I think Annie Reistad, after her 10 goals against Korea, might be taking a break in this one. If we can afford it. Looks like the way things are going, he can't afford it. That one thrown away. Another Norway counter-attack. And Christina Breistel laying it off to Houghton. Julia Houghton once again. Nice lob over the keeper. 5 goals for her. Level on scores with the entire Kazakhstan side. Amelia Houghton 5, Kazakhstan 5. You can hear the cowbells of the Norwegian fans who've travelled over. And, overall, the neutrals in attendance must be enjoying this Norwegian performance so far. As Houghton 6-5 in her own personal battle, but on the actual scoreboard it's 15-5, and that has tried patience of Kazakhstan coach Alexander Titsko as he takes his second time out of the game.
Убирайте эту атаку, она ни хрена не готова. Один раз получилось, и вы сейчас 2 или 3 раза мячи выбросите. Играйте в коллективную игру, не махай руками, возврат в защиту должен быть. Что играем сейчас, Аида?
Солдат, слева! Давай! Солдат!
Looking highly unimpressed there. Coach Titsko. Overall, they've put together some good handball. This Kazakhstan side just coming up against an incredibly strong team. Haley Marie Rostock with 8 saves, matching the 62% save rate of Katrina Lunde. And Lunde managed it over the course of the entire 60 minutes. So far, just under 19 minutes played here in the first half. Shafarova, let's see what she can do with this Kazakhstan side after this second time out. And fall into the line, but well taken by Christiansen. And away they go again. Ball across to Houghton. Amelia Houghton through the legs of the keeper. And she ain't missing here. 7 from 7. On the hunt for goals is Amelia Houghton. Champions League winner last season with Jared. You can see there the fast break count. 6 goals from 8 attempts on the counter-attack. Feels like more already. With the spin there, and I think that this Kazakhstan side maybe have to play a little bit closer to the Norwegian defense. Not with passes like that, they won't. But overall, they're moving the ball a lot from 12, 13 meters out and really not giving the Norwegian defense too much to worry about. That's better, though, and a block from Ingvild Bakkerud for a corner ball to Kazakhstan. Shaparova again. And off, not quite connecting with Radaeva. Shaparova again, quite getting the height on that one. Comfortable save for Rasok. Skoglund. Bakkerud into the line, lovely pass. The finish to go with it. Another goal for Selma Henriksen. And her first World Championship got on the scoreboard against Korea Henriksen, and looking very comfortable in there. There's an incredible tradition of line players in the Norwegian national team. She's the latest addition to it. A 5-0 run in the last 4.5 minutes, Kazakhstan. And a bit of a barren spell now, 5 goals for them in 21 minutes. Continue to fight away, but coming up against the very diligent Norwegian defense. Not giving up anything easy here. Got a real pride in their defense, regardless of who they're playing against. I remember a couple of years ago in an interview with Katrina Lunde saying that Nat Olsen, the goalkeeper coach for the Norway team, and he said really the main aim for this Norway team is, if they can, to keep a clean sheet in a half. And they're not too far off that at the moment. 5 goals conceded, but it really says a lot about the mindset of these goalkeepers and this entire Norway national team. We have a long-range attempt, just missing wide to the left. Been a few decent attempts from Irina Kazakhanova. Just unable to find her range, really. Had 1 goal from 7 attempts now. In contrast, plain to see the last 5 attacks from both sides. 5 from 5 for Norway. 0 from 5 for their opponents. Christiansen going alone, missing that one. The perfect run of goals comes to an end. Shaparova gets it in the center again. Great to see her get a breakthrough. Lays it off there, forcing their way through. Irina Kazakhanova. And her second goal. Kazakhstan's 6th. Bakkerud now. Way through herself, good save, but a foul on the way through and a penalty for Norway. It's Kira Nemtireva giving away that penalty, one of the line players of this Kazakhstani side. Stina Skogran will step up to take it, given plenty of assists so far, firing that one into the top corner. Second goal of the day for her. 18-6 lead. Still 6.5 minutes left to play. It's so interesting to see just how motivated this Norway team are. They are really clued in, even in a game like this. Such a comfortable lead. Playing with incredible professionalism. It's really a sight to behold. And also, great for Kazakhstan to be playing against them in a situation like this, knowing that their opponents are going at it at 100%. They're not being given an easy ride by any means by Norway. And it's all the better for their own development. Shaparova, heavy hit coming in there from Henriksen. Long-range shot takes a touch on the way through, so it'll be a corner ball for Kazakhstan again. Those long-range attempts not really working out for Kristina Radaeva. She has been much better when she gets a head of speed going, gets the breakthrough down that right-hand side. Meanwhile, another tackle from Henriksen. Maybe a short stoppage to clean up the floor. Where the Two Kazakhstani goalkeepers not in action at the moment. Number 44, Damira Japarova, is the best keeper of the day for Kazakhstan against Angola. 3 saves for her, 27% so far. Much better performance overall. Janat Aitanova doing the business in goal for Kazakhstan, and ensuring that it's not a goal a minute. That's the way things are going. That one blocked down, rebound picked up, and free throw. Bakaru just stepping away at the right time, making sure there's no penalty given. Neftireva's first attempt was blocked. Looking for the in-flight there, but too many steps taken. And away go Norway, or not quite. They're brought back to the scene of the crime. Go again. 8 turnovers to 1. Could have been worse for Kazakhstan. We've seen teams with a lot worse turnover counts, and I think when it comes to the President's Cup, where the competition where the 8 teams who don't make it to the main round all face off against each other, the style of play from Kazakhstan will actually give them a good chance against some teams. They are quite confident on the ball overall against pressure. A wonderful save, by the way, from Aitanova, adding another one to her tally. She has been the top player so far. 8 saves, 33%. Really standing out in goal for this Kazakhstan side. The attack just not working out for them. They've struggled to find a way past Elia Basok, who herself has made 9 saves at 15 attempts in total, so 60% for her. Ball over the top. Another chance in the counter-attack, but not quite connecting with Hovden. Bouncing awkwardly for her, and a chance now with the breaking ball situation for Kazakhstan. And just missed wide to the left. And away they go again. Norway on the counter. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. And Mara Nardal has gone into the attack now. One of the more experienced players on the line. Yeah, real leader in the team as well. Odin's a line player. Reached the Champions League final. And, I guess would be considered the most experienced line player currently in the squad. Harry Bratzikdala not in the team for this championship. And hopefully at some point we'll see Vilde Ingstad in action as well. She's come back from her calf injury. Back underway. We decided with a goal for a while. We'll see if Norway can change that here through Hovden. He does indeed. And the goal for her, and 8 from 8 for Amelia Hovden. You see the frustration on the face of Jana Krajtanova. She's feeling pretty confident about her own goalkeeping. She's done well so far today. And, not being helped an awful lot by her defense. Finding a way through this time. Excellent perseverance from Aida Jakarova. She gets her first goal. She's been huffing and puffing, and finally has found a way through. And, almost getting the steal there, Hovden. Deciding not to risk it and keep the ball moving for Norway. 2 minutes left to play. Norway scoring 19 goals against any opposition is not very unusual. They've done it many times in a single half. The fact that they've kept their opposition down to 7, well, that is the impressive thing. And that brings up the 20-goal mark. Veronica Christiansen with her second of the day. Their opponents in a couple of days' time, Angola, they beat the Kazakhstan side quite surprisingly, 38-20. Showing that they have a similar superiority. So with their result today, beating Korea by 11 goals, very impressive stuff from Angola. Norway will be the big favourites heading into that one, of course, but Angola with a new generation, a new batch of players building up to the next Olympics. Looking like they're going to be tricky prospects for Norway and for the teams they meet in the main round. Ball game earlier on this evening with Brazil beating Czechia. They are two teams that will be coming up against Norway in the main round. The way teams are looking at it, the way the experts are looking at it overall, it's Norway the outstanding favourites in this quarter of the draw. And barring some big shocks against the likes of Brazil and Sweden, they should be clear #1 team coming through. And we see a lovely shot there from Christiansen, cracking it in off the post. 21-7. And the final shot blocked down before half-time. Norway has been a stroll in the park for them so far, but they have been putting in a very professional performance, running down the counter-attacks time and time again, and giving this Kazakhstani team full respect in the demolition of them. With 30 minutes of play here, the score is 21-7. The highlight for Kazakhstan so far has been in goal for them. Janat Aitanova with 8 saves at 30%. Very impressive stuff. Besides that, it's been a difficult day. The Kazakhstanis in front of goal, something they'll be hoping to fix in the second half. As for Norway, Eli Rostok in her first start in a World Championship game, pulling off 10 saves at 59%. And in the attack, among the vast majority of those counter-attack goals, Emilia Hovden with 8 goals from 8 attempts. And that'll do it for the first half. It's Norway 21, Kazakhstan 7. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with coverage of the second half.
jetzt weiter mit der zweiten Frage. Welches Team hat nur 2 Spielerinnen ohne eine IHF? So, und die richtige Antwort ist in Montenegro. So, jetzt wird es schon spannend. Wir kommen zur dritten Frage. Wie viele Spiele werden bei dieser Frauenhandball-WM gespielt? 28, 58 oder 108? Schnell noch abstimmen. 108 Spiele werden während dieser WM gespielt, eine ganze Menge also. So, wir machen noch eine Zusatzfrage. Die Schnelligkeit zählt, also jetzt nochmal schnell sein. Wie heißt denn unser Maskottchen? Also wenn ihr jetzt nachher die Gewinnerformel mit seid, dann unbedingt einen Screenshot machen. Unser Maskottchen heißt natürlich Hani. Und jetzt sind wir gespannt, wer ist unser Gewinner oder unsere Gewinnerin? Lena, du bist unsere Gewinnerin und du kannst dir deinen Preis nach dem Spiel beim Infostand neben dem Ausgang abholen. Unbedingt also einen Screenshot machen. Take a screenshot of your phone if you're the winner, Lena, and then you can grab your prize after the match at our info point next to the exit of the arena. So, das war jetzt ein bisschen Sport fürs Gehirn. Jetzt gibt es ein bisschen was für den Körper. Wir wollen euch tanzen sehen mit unserer lieben Dashern. Oh, Manni ist schon bereit für sein Tanzen.
Beskjeden er jo da kontringsspillet, ta de klare fra start, men så blir vi ha nok tid til å spille etablert 7 mot 6 i angrep.
You're very welcome back to our coverage of Kazakhstan versus Norway. At the break, Norway leading 21-7. Kazakhstani players making their way back onto court with full use of their half-time break. Interesting to have a little bit of insight into the little huddle that the Norwegians had before the start of the second half. Coach Ole Jekstad saying, look, yeah, we can continue to push the counter-attacks, but we also want to allow ourselves to play 7-on-6. So maybe they're going to slow things down a little bit. And great to see that Vilde Ingstad is back on the court. Her first appearance of this World Championship. Ingstad, who wasn't in the squad for the first game. She's in for the second half. Anniken Volek continues on the left wing, and a change on the right-hand side. Emilia Hovden has filled her boots sufficiently. Her 8 goals, and she's off now. Malin Auna has come in on the right wing. And besides that, it looks like there'll be a bit more rotation. Bala Dela has come in as well for her twin sister Liva. Norway continuing to make some changes here, and beginning with the 7-on-6 attack right from the start. Nora Mørk joining in the right back position as well. So we're underway with this second half. Penny Reistad in the left back position. So everyone getting a run out, it seems, for Norway, going out with the really perhaps the starting team at the start of this second half, which is great news for Kazakhstan. A great chance for them to come up against that brilliant talent. Ball behind the back into Ingstad. Straight in amongst the goals at the start of this second half. Hilde Ingstad with her first real touch result and her first goal of the championship. Kazakhstan continuing with a similar lineup to the one that played in the first half in the attack. There's a change on the right-hand side for them as Randikova has gone in there. And here she is in possession, finding the back of the net. She was 0 from 6 attempts in the first half, but that one not counting, getting the free throw instead. Besides that, it's Shaparova, number 7 in the center of the attack, who continues, and turnover in possession. Chance on the counter-attack now for Norway. And it's a goal again. Anniken Volek with her third. 3 from 6 for her, bit of a mixed bag again. She gets it gripped with that left wing role for Norway. Another position where they've had some brilliant talent over the years, most notably Camilla Heron, who is now retired from the national team, still doing great things with Sola in the Norwegian League, in the Champions League. The 7th goal from counter-attacks compared to Kazakhstan's 7 goals in total. And usually in the second half in a game like this, that should open up a little bit and allow Kazakhstan into the game, but Norway have just put out a better lineup than the one they had on paper in the first half. Shot taking a touch off the defender, out for a corner ball. Kazakhanova knocking on there. She gave that ball away. Too many passes taken. Norway not pushing the counter-attack this time. Kazakhstan not quite realizing it was a passive play warning there. Norway continue with the 7-on-6 attack they're trying to bring into this game. We haven't used in recent years. Reistad laying that pass off to the wing. A good save. Malin Auna denied with her first shot. And the first save of the contest for Daria Kolesnikchenko. Coming in at the start of the second half. Three Kazakhstani goalkeepers, and Jana Ivanova did a fantastic job in the first half, but Kolesnichenko getting a chance here, and that attempt coming off the frame of the goal and going wide, and in the end that one counting as another save, it seems, for Kolesnichenko. See if she did get a touch to it. She didn't. Vilde Ingstad convinced the referees that she did. And they could get possession again, but it looked like there was no touch on it from the keeper. Felt like Norway needed possession again, really. But here we go. Another attack for them. by Northern Merck. There to Dela, all alone. And, using that 7-on-6 beautifully. The Kazakhstani defense not really knowing what to do with it. 6 Norwegians is enough to deal with, but 7 of them, that's just plain unfair. 6.5 minutes. Kazakhstan last found the back of the net. Stretches back to the end of the first half. Gaparova. Zakhanova. Come in on the left-hand side again. Coming in at speed this time. Moving the ball well. And a long way around. Giving the ball away, though. See that Norway are happy to not push the counter-attack, really. Wanting to train this 7-on-6 attack. They've done the job when it comes to getting the victory. Happy to slow things down and practice. Merck across the Reistadt. See if Reistadt can get a few more goals on the board. Ball into the line instead, though. Tidy finish. Maren Ardal. Mentioned in Norway's opening game. There is the fantasy manager game that is being run by Holdit, a Danish company, which is very popular. And Henny Reistadt, the highest ranked player in that, the most expensive in that, but also the most chosen player. She made a lot of people happy with her 10 goals in the opening round, the top scorer in the first round of the competition. A lot of people will be watching on and hoping that she fills her boots at some point in this game as well. Meanwhile, Kazakhstan getting on the board for the first time in this second half. And, first goal, the second half for Shaparova. Reistadt does get the breakthrough and does get the goal, almost as if she could hear me. First of the day for her. First time that she decided to a little breakthrough. It's a 7-on-6 approach, which we haven't seen from Norway in the past under former coach Thore Hergeisen. A little bit more of a conservative coach, but nobody could really argue with him because he kept winning with the team. And now, with Oli Ekstad as the head coach, he is looking to take a little bit of a different approach. And the way they used it against Korea was very interesting, and it was more of a transition attack 7-on-6 more than this, which is a set 7-on-6 play. And in this situation, they're very much allowed to dictate the pace and move up into the attack nice and slow. I think Kazakhstan would be quite happy to see that, as long as they're not being chasing shadows in the counter-attacks, then they'll be fine with that. But now Norway looking for the counter-attack, ball across to the right-hand side. Auna with the lob. Nice finish for Malin Auna. Their first goal. So the broken wrist shot there, waiting for the keeper to commit. She just pops it over. Let's see. Kazakhstan can offer something a little bit different here. That's much better. Great breakthrough and a lob of their own over the keeper. Great finish. Very nice goal. Third of the day for Kazakhstan's Irina Kazakhanova. Almost on command there. Just offering something a little bit different in the attack. A bit more direct up against the defense, stretching them. They do have the speed, they have the physicality and the ball handling to do that. But for some reason, they've been a little bit preoccupied with just making moves in the attack without actually testing the defense, just doing it from 11, 12 meters out. It looks nice, it looks pretty, but it's not really offering too much. Norway, a great example of a team that are very efficient in everything they do. You see it here, the way they are building up this attack from far, far away from the Norwegian defense, not giving them anything to worry about. If they can step up quickly into the attack like this, then that might be something else. With the save. Good stop from Kuhn Krog. And a counter-attack goal. packed in off the post from Anakin Bullock. Bullock with the goal. Krog with their save. She's getting her first taste of the World Championship here in the second half. Already a couple of saves to her name. Loose ball here, Kazakhstan. Breakthrough. Oh, wonderful stop. Won't count on the stat, but nevertheless, Krog with the save. It won't count because of the penalty. A little shove on the back. That breakthrough. We have Janerka Duandikova with the penalty, and she puts it away for her first goal of the evening. Top scorer 2 days ago with 8 against Angola. It's not been quite as successful for her so far today, but that a nice confidence booster. It brings up the 10-goal mark for Kazakhstan 10 minutes into the second half. Mark to Reista, feeling very unselfish with the pass left the ball up the wing. Reista could easily have gone through herself there, but happy to keep the ball moving, and I think she also understands the importance of building the confidence in the wing players. Feeling it's going to be a big story in this competition. Whichever team can have their wing players playing most effectively and taking their chances and be the difference when it comes to the knockout round. That's wonderful play. Great take from Bullock. The connection between her and Krog in goal. Very nice stuff. Look at this for plucking it out of the air and just before she reached that 6-meter line. Scoreboard ticking over nicely, and here Kazakhstan trying to catch the Norwegians off guard. That ends up in a turnover. Looks like the Kazakhstani coach Alexander Sitsko looking ready to take another timeout. He's losing some patience here, but overall feels like the tactical setup that he's given them is part of the problem here. Merk back out to Dela, Nora Merk in the centre. Reista goes through herself. Good fade-away shot there, just creating that separation between herself and defence. Doesn't matter what angle she takes on the shot, we would back her to put it away 10 times out of 10. Second goal of the contest. Zakhanova hanging on. No real space there on the wing for that shot. Comfortable save from Krog. Norwegian fans still doing their best to keep up the atmosphere here. It was a wonderful turnout for a game in this set of matches. The last games in the fourth day always see the top seeds come up against the lowest seeds, so it can mean for some quite one-sided games. That in-flight pass doesn't quite connect. Nora Merk not quite able to find Reistad on that occasion. I'm sure they'll try it again though. They're saying it's the top seeds against lowest seeds in this batch of matches, so it might be a little bit one-sided. Lovely finish, and I've seen some really nice things from Kristina Radaeva. Her third goal. And once she gets going and her teammates are able to find her in motion, it's very difficult to handle. There's a good shot on her as well. Quite a weapon to have at this level. That's a right back, and I'm sure her importance to the team will become clear as they move on to the President's Cup. Kazakhstan won't be that President's Cup just yet, however. They do have one more game in this group. They will be underdogs against Korea, but side that they feel they'll at least be able to trouble two Asian sides coming up against each other. Second in Asia at the last championship in Korea against third in Kazakhstan. This field there's quite a gap between the top two in Asia, Japan and Korea and the rest of the teams. And it was almost a big result for the Asian teams earlier today as Japan took on Romania. And really were giving them trouble. A one-goal game with just 5 minutes left to play. And Romania managing to grind out the victory. And Japan now need to beat Croatia in their final game if there's going to be further Asian representation in the main round. We're guaranteed to have one team in there. So the winner of Kazakhstan and Korea will go through. The Norwegian fans continue to chant away. They have bigger days to come. Looking for the in-flight there. Oh, lovely stuff. Kazakhstan catching out Norway with the in-flight goal. Well, that came out of nowhere. Gina with the finish. Lovely connection. The pass from Kazakhanova. Norway not able to score the in-flight a few minutes ago. Kazakhstan showing them how it's done. And Merck, she take that personally. Find a way through herself, playing it out eventually. And Nala now up with another goal on the right wing. That is Kazakhstan side. They have the technical ability, they have the handling skills. It's something a little bit tactically that's missing for them in their approach, and a little bit the copy paste rather than finding their own style to deal with opposition. And, definitely improvements as this second half goes on. That shot comfortably saved by Krog. Fourteen saves to 10. The goalkeeper battle hasn't been too disparate. Kazakhstani goalkeepers have done a fine job overall. It's, as I said before, the attack that's been the problem for them. Meanwhile, it's a timeout for Norway and Ole Ekstad. Let's listen in.
Hvorfor skulle du ha første? Jeg skal kjøre Nordsjælland i tur, og så kommer du ut minus. Ja, ut 1-2 og hen i her. Ok? På nummer to, så legger du deg her. Så når ballen kommer fra Henny, så møter Nora ballen, og da har du
Annika Bullock with a pile of goals in this second half, 6 in total for her on that left wing. All in all, only 3 players who haven't scored for Norway this evening. Nora Merck, who hasn't scored, but she's had 4 assists already. Ingvild Bakkerud and Neva Dela. But they stay this way. Oh no, Neva Dela is actually making her way out to the left wing, so Annika Bullock's job is done for the evening. Final 14 minutes, we'll see Dela still in on that left wing position, so she may well get a few more chances, depending on how charitable Henny Reistad's feeling. So far she has been. Back underway, the 7-on-6 continues. Reistad, almost leaving that behind, and actually landed in the area, so it doesn't count. Rare mistake, though we can't really blame her for that one. Kazakhstan now coming in at the tempo again. The ball coming their way, another free throw in Kazakhstan. I think they'll be pretty happy with how the pace has slowed down in this second half. Very much Norway who've decided that. A long-range shot, tipped on the way through, and June Crow comes up with the save, makes their way off, and Norway continue with 7-on-6. interesting because this 7-on-6 approach is giving Norway a lot of opportunities to train, but it's not really giving opposition teams too much chance to see what they'll have in mind because they're playing with such ease. And here, a full court shot. Oh, there you have it. Lovely stuff. And look at that for a celebration. A goal for Damira Shaparova. Now that is definitely something to celebrate. I'm just going to say Norway haven't actually given Kazakhstan any chances at the empty net shot, but that one popped up. Shaparova with a real memory to take home with her. Lovely to see Kazakhstan continue to score. Oh, Liva Dela still hasn't scored this time. See that one over the top. Shaparova, who's just come in, third of the goalkeepers for Kazakhstan. He hasn't made a save yet, 0 from 4, but she scored a goal down the other end. Change up. The right-hand side as Janeka Saitkatin comes back in. Over the space there on the right, and the ball thrown away by Radeva. The Kazakhstani coach there almost pleading with his team. But, overall, considering the level of this Norway side, the recent results between these teams, I remind you, the last time they played back in 2021, it was a 46-18 scoreline. This one looking like it's going to be an improvement from Kazakhstan's perspective. Norway not pushing too hard at this stage. Third goal for Molinauna on the right wing. And really for this Kazakhstani team, as I said it before, there's a lot of foundation there for a decent performance, but it seems the setup for them, where they're approaching it tactically, is just not quite there. Ball back inside. Good speed, but again, a comfortable save. It's too many shots like that rather than actual breakthroughs that has been their problem when it comes to shooting. A counter-attack chance now. Put away. 36-13, another goal. Stelma Henriksen back into the team, back amongst the goals. This turning into a real walk in the park for Norway. And from their perspective, they won't be too worried about having to turn it on in a couple of days' time against Angola. And then in the main round, against the likely trio of Sweden, Brazil and Czechia, it will be three very interesting tests for them, as they overall a very, very experienced tournament team, reigning Olympic and European champions, with the vast majority of the side well equipped in dealing with the tournament situation. And the newcomers, well, they're learning very quickly. It's a great way about Norway, how they set up their national team. They don't do any massive changes in one go. They bring in players step by step. A lot of nations focus very much on their Olympic cycles, building a team for every 4 years. Norway not doing it that way. Very much a case of players coming in every championship, 1 or 2 new players every time, if needed, of course. So there's no real loss of knowledge or experience when the new generation eventually take over. Big changes now in the backcourt for Norway. It's Christina Breistel joins the backcourt alongside Veronica Christiansen and Stina Skogran. The job done for Merck and Reistad. Breistel for Christiansen. Great save, lovely stuff. Shaparova with the save, with the shot into the empty net. Not quite going all the way, but look at that for a smile from Shaparova. She's delighted with herself, and rightly so. Good stop against Chris Janssen. A free throw. Kazakhstan in possession again. It's been 5 minutes now since they last found the back of the net. Kazakhstan now coming in at speed, trying to find a way through. Not taking the shot with the left hand, wins the free throw again. Once again, it's been a very professional performance from these players in Norway jerseys. They've taken the assignment very seriously. They haven't slacked off for one single second, really. Kazakhstan again. Here we go, breakthrough. Lovely stuff from Ida Shaparova to get their third goal. Constant threat. That it seems to be at times that they realize, yeah, we can actually just go in with speed directly, not going side to side as we see so much of it on this Kazakhstani side. Hopefully that's something they do take on board going into their upcoming matches. Well, it's Ardal and for the keeper. 6.5 minutes left to play here. Ardal had another goal on the board, and it's the final timeout taken by Kazakhstan and Alexander Sitsko. Say here how he's feeling about it all.
Значит, сначала столб, потом 33. Кристина, в твою сторону будет забегание. То есть ты идешь. И загоняете атаку в эту сторону, Ира. Понятно, да? Аида? Все понятно. Кира, выходишь, значит, ты меняешь, обратно выпускаешь вратаря. Все понятно? Все, давайте.
Although Norway really slowed it down in this second half, we can see there during the timeout the average attacking time is still only around 20 seconds. That was due to the first half, really, where their average attacking time was around 12 seconds at one point. After counter-attack. Give some credit, I suppose, to Kazakhstan that they haven't just tried to slow the game down completely. Their average time in attack is still just under 40 seconds. A lot of opponents would drive that down towards a minute just to really restrict the beating they're getting to negate any further damage. But Kazakhstan have played the way they're playing, and they continue to do so. And see what they've learned from that timeout. Plenty of movement again, and in the end, nothing coming from it. The tactics board showed something that the coach wanted, and now they're back to square one. Lovely ball into the line, though, and the finish to go with it. And Maria Ditnikova to go. Great pass inside from Shaparova. Ditnikova getting her first goal. Scotland. That's the Breistel, all alone at the 9-meter line. Don't mind if I do, she says. Fourth goal. Didn't need a second invitation there. The Kazakhstani defender is back on that 6-meter line. Needs to be a little bit more active than that against a team like Norway. In fact, as many teams, in fact, anyone with a long-range shooter, they can step on 9 meters like that and see the goal in front of them with no defender coming out to hunt them down. Well, I punish you for that. Ball almost lost in possession. Sidearm shot, the save, rebound picked up. Skogrand. Away go Norway again. Breistel. Side, yeah, we'll slow it down. Another 7-on-6. Final 5 minutes of this contest. Been plain sailing from start to finish, really, for Norway. A good exercise for them in terms of using very different styles of play in the first and second half. First half, all counter-attacks, showing they have that ability to hurt teams. And in the second half, trying out the old 7-on-6. A bit of a soft shot. To place it in from long range. Christina Price, though. They got into an empty net by coming off. Getting ahead of herself a little bit. Namira Japarova has already gotten 1 goal today, so that's a success in itself. Janssen. Grant coming in on the empty switch again. Laying it off to Bryce, still overlap down the right. We've seen that so many times here. Lovely finish once again from Molinowna. 4 for her. We're looking ahead for both of these teams. One more game in the preliminary round in Trier for Kazakhstan. It's an all-Asian battle against Korea, with the winner knocking the 3rd place in the group, and with it a spot in the main round. And Norway, they continue their World Championship adventure against Angola. It should be a very interesting contest. Angola have certainly impressed so far, with 2 double-digit victories of their own against Korea and Kazakhstan. And we'll be, we can see what they can do to shock the Norway side. They already have 2 points in the bag for the main round, so anything is a bonus for them. Norway will be looking forward to this challenge. They look to make it a perfect 3 wins out of 3 and move into the main round as expected, with a clean slate of victories. Zakhanova still not able to find a way through. 3 goals so far for her. And a shot comfortably saved by Crow. Final 2 minutes of this game, Norway over the 40-goal mark comfortably. Probably not even a goal for them. They checked off everything they wanted to achieve in this game. Been able to take the foot off the gas in terms of speed, but in terms of professionalism and taking every attack and defense seriously. They've done so throughout the 60 minutes, which is very impressive in itself. Chris Janssen back out to the wing. Auna again. Lovely finish. Floated past the keeper. Just nestling in off that far post. A final minute now. It's been a foregone conclusion for a while. It's been a nice exhibition from the Norwegian side. You can see the young fans making their way over to the corners to start collecting some autographs if they can. And it's great to see such a young audience as well at the game. And they've done a fine job in Trier in particular, I think, to get a good crowd at every match of this World Championship. The final attack, if all goes to plan, Kazakhstan will be theirs. If they get one more goal on the board, yes they can. Lovely finish as well. Irina Zakhanova with her 4th goal. An expensive evening, 4 from 14 attempts. And there's definitely some talent in there. 5 seconds left for Norway to get one more goal if they fancy it. Skogran goes, blocked down, rebound, spills free. And it is Kazakhstan who get the final goal, but Norway who get the last laugh here. A 41-16 victory. Never in doubt for them. But a useful exercise in terms of the different styles of play that Norway can offer. A very professional performance from start to finish for them. The reigning Olympic and European champions. They've made it 2 wins out of 2 on their hunt to add a world title, to hold the Grand Slam of major titles. Managed to give two new goalkeepers, Eli Rasuk and Tuna Crow, a good game as well. 17 shots, both of them faced, and both over 50% save rate. Eli Rasuk, 10 saves, 59%, and Tuna Crow, 9 saves at 53%. And a lot of potential player of the match nominees for this Norway side. Emilia Hovden with a brilliant first half performance, 8 goals from 8 attempts for her on the right wing. And yeah, it is indeed Emilia Hovden who gets the player of the match award. She did it all in the first half, 8 goals from 8 attempts. She really set the tone for counter-attacking. Brilliant performance from her. And a deserved player of the match going her way to go with a deserved victory for Norway. 41-16, they beat Kazakhstan, and they can now look forward to a group final in 2 days' time against Angola. That'll do it for our coverage of the game on the commentary side. In a few minutes' time, hopefully, we'll hear from a player from both teams. But for me, Chris O'Reilly, and the entire team here, it's good night.
Und die Gruppe ist noch richtig spannend. Montenegro ist weiter mit den 4 Punkten. Spanien und die Paraguay haben jeweils 2 Punkte. Und der Paraguay 0 Punkte. Also morgen ist noch mal richtig was los hier in der SWT-Arena.
Christina, how does it feel to play against Olympic champion?
Oh, for us, it's really good experience because I played in national team already 10 years and we never even have chance to go to Olympics games. And this experience for us, it's like big holidays. We like it. Yes, it was hard for us, but this game to show what we need, which part we need to improve in us, in our team. We have also good moments today, and we are excited with this.
What was your best moment in the match?
I like when I make change direction. competition for 2-in-1 first player. It was good, and I like also how my teammates make like jump from wings and they make score. It was beautiful.
So if you beat Korea on Monday, you can go to the main round. So is there a chance to beat Korea for your team?
Yeah, we never yet to won Korea, but it's handball. Everything is possible. We will see what we will be doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Stina, congratulations for a big win. You made it in the main round. So did you test a lot of things in this match?
Yes, we did. We got to try 7 against 6 a lot in second half, and maybe we can get use of that later in the tournament. And now the first goal to get to the main round, and then we have Angola left, which we also want to win, of course, and maybe try something there as well.
So was it hard to keep the concentration high, or was it because of the turning of the players that all have been concentrated?
Yeah, it's all about the concentration, and but I actually think the Kazakhstan players have some good handball. They have, I think they have in between great shots, and also when you see the goalkeeper score in the open goal, you also we also smile and be happy for her.
You mentioned Angola. I think you said you want to beat them, but I think it's the toughest opponent in this group, oh?
Yeah, I agree. They had a big win against Korea, and I think they are tough to play against. So I'm really excited to see that game. I haven't seen that yet, and get started with the preparation.
Thank you very much.
To present the lineups of both teams, starting with number 7, Aida Samba. Number 4, Veronica.
Ну, прежде всего, всегда приятно играть против такого соперника.
First of all, it's always enjoying to play with the opponent like this. I mean, the high-level opponent.
Вот. Я надеюсь, что для наших девочек это послужит хорошим именно уроком. Посмотреть те горизонты, на которые следует ориентироваться. Я надеюсь, что в последующее время и со следующими играми мы станем только сильнее, что заставит девочек любить дальше гандбол.
I hope this game will be the good lesson for our girls, and I hope that they will see the strong sides and the side that we need to improve. And we have the games ahead, and we're getting stronger.
О, прекрасно, атмосфера. Прекрасная атмосфера, приятно играть при таких зрителях, которые любят и ценят гандбол.
A great atmosphere. It's a pleasure to play in front of the spectators like this, that like the handball.
Мы, по крайней мере, мы приложим к этому максимум сил.
We'll do all our best to make this.
First of all, it's nice to play against Kazakhstan. It's my first time, and to get to know them. We get to practice some of our 7 against 6 in attack, and that we needed to do. Running a lot, especially in the first half. So for us, it's nice to play. Of course, the difference is quite big, but that's life. I don't really think so, because we are changing a lot. So, and they are used to working hard also in training. So I don't think so. But some lacks of concentration we can see for sure. But that's no problem. We do the things that we need to do. Yeah, I mean, we have a team that haven't played too much 7 against 6. We want to test that a little bit, see if we can use it further on in the tournament. So that was the part that I like the most, that we can do it, and we succeeded. Then, of course, we have to be a little bit faster in some of the coming matches. I must say I'm very impressed over how Angola has played. A physical, strong team, a fast team, and that will be a hard match. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. And of course, we will step up and give them a tough match. I must say I enjoy very much playing opponents from other continents, and that's great for handball. So I must say I enjoy that. The European teams we face a lot, so we take them on as well. But it's nice to play against some other nations also.
Thank you very much.